Hello. To excuse this, we're backwards at the moment. We're changing the screens and wiring of my play around. We're going to be perhaps buying new equipment. But this is a short video to help people understand how add-ons work in Arma 3 and how we should use Arma Sync to best connect to and update the add-ons used for the Zeus Community Server, a server I play on a lot now. So here's my Arma 3 folder from Steam. All these add folders are add-ons. So Zeus Community is one of the Zeus Community add-ons. The others I've removed so we can exemplify how to reinstall them in a moment. And when we come to launch the game, like on this example here, at the end of the program line, the target, so there's the exe, we can add all these extra parameters: no splash screen, skip the introduction, world is empty, show script errors, number of CPUs, max memory, etc, 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 and then dash mods equals and a semicolon separated list of each app folder, and that's how you then select those mods. I'm sure in the Arma 3 launcher you've all seen you can pick things. I don't actually use this very much, but you can click to launch without mods. Same thing here, you can control the mods here, but I don't like this because yes, you can play with parameters and the same things here and all sorts of stuff. I actually though prefer one special thing that Arma Sync does. So first of all, you can get Arma Sync from the Armaholic URL page here, which I'll link in the description below. It requires Java installed on your machine, which is going to let it run. It's what it runs, it's written in Java. And when you've installed it, it looks like this. And it's by the SOE team, Sons of Exiled. So that's SONSOFEXILED.fr. They're French, obviously, so bon salut. Anyway, apart from my bad French, how do you then use this tool when it first starts up? Well, this would be blank, this would be blank, and I show you this here would be blank. Everything here would all be blank. Nothing would be in here really. I've obviously been using mine. So what's the first thing? Well, we tell it where we want to put and where add-ons come from to be launched in the game. And we add basically our Arma 3 folder. That's not the Arma 3 folder, that's this Arma 3 folder, the one that Steam is installed into. So program files, Steam apps, common, Arma 3, and there they all are. That's our folder. Go back to the first tab and there they've all appeared. If you ever copy folders around with this open, just hit refresh and they will reappear. So these are fine. Let's pretend we want to use CBA 3 and 8 on a server. We'd create a new group like this, and then you drag and drop whichever add-ons you want to use into that group. To then select them, tick them, and click start game, and the game will start with those add-ons. Let's say you've got a whole set for the HLC pack on a server. Click the HLC pack, start game. Let's say you want the HLC and ACE. Click this group and that group. They will all launch together. And you can mix and match this way. So I've got the Zeus Community, just the CBA and Z client. I've got a few extra pieces from Shack Tack, including the Z client and stuff. And I've just got ACE on its own. So you can mix and match as much or as little as you want in these different groups. Very, very useful. Much more intuitive than clicking all over the menu like it would be in the launcher. So that's the first two tabs dealt with. That's the meat of launching the game. That's the meat of where to look. You can prioritize things here. So let's say CBA is very important to you. You can move CBA to the top. Right to the top of the list with Z client, which is something I actually should have done a lot while ago. Launcher options, again, pick a profile, no pause, windowed mode, file patching, check signatures, auto restart, max memory, CPU count, threads, memory allocation, no splash screen, blah blah blah. These are all the options you can have. The one problem I've got here is max memory is limited to 2 gig, and I'd like to put in 12. I think I've got 16 gig. I'd like to put in 12 gig. But anyway, it's just a limitation there. I'm not sure if the profile would let me overdo it later, but it doesn't matter. You then select the Arma 3 with Battlelight file name there. You have to select that one because we play on fair servers, don't we? So that's the item it's going to launch, that's how it's going to launch it. That group is the add-on group it's going to add on the end of the parameters. That's your launching done with. Online, these are the servers. You can add servers to it. So you can add a server, put all the information in, and then in here you can join it. So we can add Zeus Community Server here if we know all the information, and we can just pick it there and launch our game and launch straight into the Zeus Community Server and never have to worry about the recent or the internet tab in the actual game. So, external apps, I don't actually use any. People might include TeamSpeak. You want to launch TeamSpeak, etc. Add TeamSpeak, turn it on or off, select it, whatever. The important bit, the key bit here, is automatically fetching add-ons. For this you have a repository, and the repository for Zeus is not obvious, it's auto-configured. So you copy this whole string here, copy it, and we add, and this is the AutoConfig URL, we add that there and give it a name, Zeus Community, okay, or import rather. Import success, connection success, it knows who we are, it's got the right URL, okay. It checks the repository and there it is, it's been updated. Notify me when you launch the app, notify me things are done, because you'll default to this page, I don't know what this one's doing. Now we click download. If you missed that, that's this item here, we pick that and we select that paper with the arrow. So it checks repository and this whole new box comes up. So in here, what's going off? So we want to check add-ons. It checks the files and it's checking what we've got in our folder here against what it's got on the server. If they're different, they're red. If they're the same, they're black. If they're missing, they're red as well, I believe. So red is total files to update. Blue would disappear, the things are going to go from our local copy because they've been removed from the repository if we let them. Black are just fine, done. So there we go. Ta-da! And we've got all these to download. So what you do is you double click each one you want to open. Okay? Obviously I don't want server only. I actually don't want all of these right now. We just want to download two as an example, and that would be ZCBA and Z Client. They're the only two we want to download for this example. We've selected them. Download add-ons. That's this little icon here. It downloads them straight into our server, into our local copy, into here. So they're done. We can then go back to add-ons, refresh. There's ZCBA, there's Z Client. So now I know this will work, and we can start the game just with those two add-ons. It's as simple as that. It's as easy as that, and it's really quite good way to launch the game. It's been more stable for me. It's been better and easier to update and more quickly to update mods when I've used them. I plan to expand my repository use quite significantly, and of course I get to play with the launch options. The most important of which, so that I've launched with no world and no introduction, and these are the two add-ons we've added. But what I was going to say was, inside here, I've obviously played about with these launch options, and using the TBB for malloc by has been the stablest thing for me. It's been really good. So that's that. I don't want to play any further. I don't want to do more. Good night.